We're making it places, boys. 33 subscribers. I remember when it was only 25. Welcome back to the channel, guys. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Alan, and here on the Boosted Bros, I make videos about my cars, what I do to them, basically mods and things like that. Usually I'm working on my Eclipse, but today we're gonna go over the wheels and the fitment and the setup that I just put on my 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. So let's go check it out. There it is. So these wheels, my friends, are well, that's kind of upside down. Avid AV06s. I chose these because they kind of look like the wheels that are on the Mazda 3 race car concept. And I kind of wanted something that looked similar, and these were, well, the cheapest option. They were still about $170 a piece. But man, they look good, and they got tons of space over here so you can fit some big brakes if you wanted to upgrade the brakes. I'm not gonna upgrade the brakes because it's not a race car. But these are 18 by 8.5s, plus 35 millimeters of offset. And these are the stock 215 45/18 Toyos that came with the car. They're stretched just a touch, but they fit really, really well. I had them mounted up at Discount Tire where I work, and they stick out just ever so slightly. I do kind of wish they stuck out a little bit more, but you know what? They look pretty darn sharp. Now, these cars are just amazing cars. I don't know what it is. The interior is really good. The exterior is beautiful. They ride smooth. They're really nice, but I don't know what it is. But, okay, so I have a 99 Eclipse, right? Turbocharged. Looks really good. Sounds really cool. Definitely faster than this car. It's got kind of like that 90s JDM feel to it. I really love that car. I've had it for about 1.5 years. I've only had this for about 6 months or so. And, well, I like this car more, and I don't know why. It's driving me crazy because I'm able to, you know, modify my Eclipse, make it fast, make it cool, make it mine, you know, really just do whatever I want with the Eclipse. You know, I don't really modify this car because, well, I like warranties. They're quite nice, but Mazda 3 owners out there, maybe you can understand. I don't know what it is, but just I love this car. Like, it's got a charm to it. It handles well. It's smooth. It's reliable. It's just, and this is the all-wheel drive model. So when I drove it through the few months of winter when I had it, it did amazing. Even though it weighs about 3,200 pounds. So it was a little light on its feet. It wasn't quite as planted as an SUV, but for a compact car, this thing handled it like a champ. And I would not feel bad if I sold my Eclipse and only modified my Mazda, but then I couldn't do any engine mods because, like I said, I like keeping my my warranties intact. So I don't know what to do, guys. I want to keep my Eclipse, but I am going to college soon, and college is not cheap. I am going to keep doing this channel though because I don't know. I like this. I even if I get 0 views, like, I just enjoy doing this. So I'm going to keep making YouTube videos for sure, but it's just my, you know, the list of reasons to keep my Eclipse keeps on getting smaller and smaller and, well, smaller because it keeps swallowing more money. It isn't exactly the most reliable thing, and there's always a new problem, whereas this car never has problems. Okay, that's not true. So I've been without the Eclipse before, right? I went without my Eclipse for about 2 months when it was getting a tranny rebuild. I went without this car for about 3 weeks, and I missed this car more than I missed my Eclipse. I can't believe that. But when I say that my Eclipse, you know, has problems almost always, Let me show you what I mean. So this is my Eclipse. I've done pretty much all the work to it myself, with the exception of like the really big stuff like the transmission, and I made someone else do the belts because that wasn't fun. But here, let me show you what I mean by this thing almost always has some problem with it. So recently I got a new exhaust manifold. It spools up sooner, sounds really good. I got it ceramic coated so it'll hold heat better than just an open header. But if you'll notice, the coat is peeling a little bit. So I already got in contact with the guy that coated it. He said that this is actually the second time he's had an issue with this color. So as soon as he gets a brand new bottle of the black coat, then he's gonna recoat it for me for free, and he's never had issues with that one. So that's what I mean by this car always has some kind of issue. It still runs, still sounds great, pulls hard, but yeah, there's always something else to do. While I love working on cars and I love building this car, I also love it when it doesn't break. Of course, you know, part of the reason why it breaks is because I, modified it and stuff like that. I'm not innocent here. I'm not completely innocent. A lot of the reasons why this thing will break down is because I did something to it. But I really want to learn how to work on cars and stuff, and well, this is a very expensive hobby. And I mean, if I sold the Eclipse, I would start spending money on the Mazda, but it's not going to be stuff like that's going on the Eclipse, right? Because I'm going to end up getting some gauges, a boost controller, fuel pump, injectors, and eventually a fat turbo and install kit, and that's like $2,500. You know, that's a lot of money for a car that may or may not be completely running, that I can't really drive all the time, and yeah, it kind of sucks. I don't understand why. I don't know why, but I'm starting to love the Mazda more than the Eclipse, and it's killing me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but it's just, I don't know. Those cars are just amazing. And they're coming out with a turbocharged Mazda 3, which is really cool. It's going to be like over 31 grand though, so yeah, that's not in the plans. I like my non-turbo 2.5 liter all-wheel drive. I do wish it was manual, but yeah, that's all right. Now the wheels look great, fitment awesome, but I do want the car to be lower. I'm just waiting for Cork Sport to come out with some coilovers so I can absolutely slam the thing in the summertime and then raise it back up to stock height in the wintertime, because this thing does really well in the snow. It's high enough off the ground to where I've never bottomed out on anything, even though it looks really low. It's just the profile is really low. But yeah, so that's all I'm waiting for. I'm gonna lower it on some Cork Sport coilovers whenever they come out with those. Gonna put some mud flaps on it as well. I'd like to get some kind of body kit. There's a couple out there, but I don't want to go overboard. Basically like a front lip and maybe a kind of subtle spoiler would be nice. The side skirts are already pretty girthy from the factory. I'd love to get some hood pins because that would look super, super dope. And we did realize in a previous video that you can actually put a tow hook on these things, and it's super, super easy. I've yet to do it. I still need to find the thread pitch and all that. But if you take that little cover off, there's one on the other side as well. If you take that off, just pop it off, there's actually a little teeny, you can like thread a tow hook right into the frame through there. So if you want an easy mod to give your Mazda 3 a tow hook, make it look like a race car, you can do that. Of course, I'm not gonna be racing this thing, so I may not even put one on. I have a tow hook on my Eclipse because I plan on racing it eventually. And well, I've had to tow it a couple times, and that's, yeah, tow hook is nice. So that's kind of an update on my Eclipse and my Mazda. As you guys can tell, I am pretty torn because I want to keep my Eclipse, but it's taking a lot more money than I thought, and the Mazda brings me more enjoyment somehow. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why, but that Mazda 3 is just awesome. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's kind of just a talky video. Sorry there wasn't anything cool, but if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe as well, because I'm going to start doing more stuff to my Mazda. And well, I will see you guys next week.